Obama plans to head to New Orleans Thursday to check how the region is faring 4 years after being devastated by Hurricanes Katrina and Rita. His administration has released more than $1 billion to help out, but some areas are recovering faster than others. Republican Congressman Charles Boustany invited the president to visit his district, which includes Cameron Parish. The congressman writes, many quickly forgot about southwest Louisiana as they focus on New Orleans. Making sure this region is not forgotten remains a top priority of mine, and I encourage you to share the same commitment. Congressman Boustany joins me now. It's good to see you today, sir.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Well, you know, it's interesting when you look at New Orleans, all the rebuilding that has been done. Cameron Parish, though, doesn't appear to be on the schedule for the president. So do you hope that you can convince him, coax him to come out to that parish?
Well, I've tried. I sent a letter, and I really hope he will look at Cameron Parish and Vermilion Parish, both on the coast in southwest Louisiana. We've got a number of small communities that were hit very hard by Hurricane Rita in 2005 and again by Hurricane Ike last summer. So with all the flooding that's occurred, people out of homes, out of work, I would hope that he would look outside New Orleans at our other coastal areas as well.
I remember that was a real problem after Katrina and Rita, that there were a lot of people in Mississippi, Plaquemines Parish, and then, as you said, on the southwestern part of Louisiana that felt left out because what we saw happen in New Orleans was so devastating, and it was so jaw-droppingly shocking. At this point, though, do you feel like it's time to move forward, and what do you do to prepare for the next hurricane, the next flood?
Well, there's no question that that's got to be right at the top of the list of what we need to do. And the bottom line is we need coastal protection. And that's something that the president really needs to take a look at. And the only way to really understand it is to look at those entire coastal areas in southeast and southwest Louisiana. It's going to take a layered approach, and we need our best science applied with engineering. And I believe the president needs to look at this. You know, clearly New Orleans is important, and we need good Category 5 protection in New Orleans. But the rest of the coastline is critical to the entire state and to New Orleans, for that matter.
Congressman, I just spoke recently with the president's FEMA director, who says that he really feels like personal responsibility is extremely important, that it's important for people who live in earthquake zones or wildfire zones or in hurricane zones to know the risks and to be prepared to help themselves. In your particular district, do you think that's the case? Are people prepared to help themselves?
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you, if you want to see personal responsibility and resilience, you go down to Cameron Parish, go down to coastal Vermilion Parish. Folks down there roll up their sleeves. They don't wait for the government to come in and help. But you know, given the devastating magnitude of these storms that we had, we would like some help, but we're going to move on anyway. We're continuing with economic development in Vermilion and Cameron parishes, and I'm proud of the people back home. But I wish the president would come in to look at what we need for coastal protection. It's critically important.
If his itinerary changes to include Cameron Parish, I'd love to have you back on to talk about it. Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Up next.